So, good morning. Today I'm here preparing for a lecture for the mindfulness teacher training course at IPQ, the University of Sao Paulo in Brazil. And this is an incredible teacher training that's coordinated by Katya Stubing, who's brought together the best of contemplative practice as well as modern scientific understanding to develop a new type of mindfulness teacher training for these professionals working in Brazil. Katya's own work, some of it in collaboration with myself, has been looking at how we bring mindfulness to the kinds of environments where it may not be possible to do a sort of an ordinary mindfulness practice or certainly a traditional seated practice. And this is where our journeys crossed over, which was thinking about how do we thoughtfully adapt and formulate mindfulness practices to help those who might struggle to do the traditional types of practice. And this is where a neuroscientific understanding can be really helpful. We're looking to the neuroscience, we're looking to the neuroscientific and the psychiatric literature for clues around the neurocognitive functioning in different types of presentations. My own work, particularly with psychosis and more disorganized and chaotic states, and Katya's work with what's referred to as treatment-resistant eating disorders, these very complex eating disorders, often in combination, comorbidities with personality issues or perhaps other kinds of psychiatric and psychological distress. So we've been working together thinking about how to bring mindfulness and compassion into these environments. And of course, with both of these groups, one of the key things is to work with the system that's around the individual, because it's not the individual in isolation where the problem lies. It's the reactivity around the individual that also brings a huge amount of distress, often in long-term treatments. So today I'm preparing my lecture for Katya's course. I think this is maybe the 5th or the 6th year that I've been sharing mindfulness in motion and the rationale for mindful movement when working with these types of individuals and trying to support them to develop mindfulness. And my own work here as well, also informed by another collaboration in Brazil with Dr. Silvia Arcuri, who was a co-author on a paper where we looked at the neurophysiology and the neuropsychology of mindful movement, really trying to dig deep to understand why it is at the neural level when we work with mindful movement that we can have such impact. So I'm looking forward to teaching that this afternoon, looking forward to spending time with Katya, and sorry that I can't be there in person with everybody as I normally am. But here I am trying to work in my own way with mindful movement and bring that and share that through my teaching today.